All right, I think we started now. So now we're going to call this part 2. So I'm going to get this out of my way. And we can go ahead and do this one. See if we can move this over a little bit. All right, so notice in this problem, I have 3 terms. Now, I'm going to put them down here so I have more room. I'm going to do 8 here, negative 6k squared here, and y here. Let's see if I can get my thing a little bit smaller than this. Oh, that's why. Okay, and negative, don't want yellow, negative 4w, 4 times negative 4 times w here, right? So I'm going to multiply 8 times a negative 4w. I'm going to multiply negative 4w times negative 6k. I'm going to multiply negative 4w times y. Remember, if it's a rectangle, then this side is the same as this side. I could put that over there. This is how I get this rectangle, right? So I have negative 4w times 8 minus 6k squared plus y. That's going to be equal to negative 4w times 8. Now, stick with me. A negative times a negative is going to be positive. So I'm going to put 4w times 6k squared. All right? Now this negative, oh, sorry, let me go up here. So this is the first one. I just wrote it backwards. Here's the second one, right? But negative times negative gave me this positive. And here I have a negative times a positive, that's going to be negative. Negative 4wy. Let's go back over here. I can multiply my negative 4 and my 8 because they're whole numbers, right? So that gives me a negative 32w, right? Let me take that off because it's kind of hard to see. I'll do it again. I can multiply this negative 4 and this 8. That gives me a negative 32. There are no other w's. Here, I can multiply my 6 and my 4. I get 24. W and K are different bases, so I can't do anything with them. And here, I can't multiply, well, I can't add the exponents of W and Y because they're not the same base, so I get negative 4WY. All right, again, generic rectangles. This area is length times width. This area is length times width. This area is length times width. And I add up things with the same base. Let's do a couple more. Actually, I want to skip to these. Now, these are a little different, but same idea. So now I have 2 sets of rectangles, right? I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Here, I only had 2, right? So you say, well, wait a minute, what does that expression look like? Well, that expression looks like this. X plus 5 times 2x minus 3. That's what that looks like. Let's do the rectangle. So this is 2x, then this must be 2x. So what do I have here? A little bigger. Yeah. So here I have 2x times 5, right? 2x times 5. And here I have negative 3 times 5. So I just can't, so if you think about it, this side equals this side, and this side is 5, so it's negative 3x times 5. Here I have x times 2x. And here I have negative 3 times x. Okay? So I have four things going on here. I have I have 2x times x. I have 5 times 2x. I have x times -3. That's going to be -3x. And I have -3. I'm sorry. Which one I didn't do? I did 2x times x. I did 5 times 2x and 3 times x. And I got to do -3 times 5. All right. So what I got? X times x is x squared. It's 2x squared. 5 times 2 gives me 10. And -3x and -15. Okay? We'll go back and double check that. So I got x times 2x, 2x squared. X times -3, -3x. 5 times 2x is my 10x. And 3 times -5. I'm sorry, 5 times -3 is -15. Now, I can add these together. They're like terms. So I get 2x squared plus 13x minus 15. Excuse me, that's my final answer. Okay, that might be a little confusing. Do another one. All right, so let's go through this one. Remember, if it's a rectangle, then this side is equal to the same as that side, and this side is that side, and this side is that side, just so you can see what I'm multiplying for. Why. So in this rectangle, I have -7 times 6y. It's just the area of this rectangle. And this rectangle must be plus 4y times 6y. I'll go ahead and put it here. -7 times 6y. 4y times 6y. Here, in this square, or this rectangle, let me get this out of the way. Move this over. So I'm here now. I have plus a -1 times a -7. And for this rectangle, I have, I need a little bit more room. I have, what's this, a 4y? I have, I'm going to say plus a -1 times a 4y. So all I'm doing is doing my rectangle. Let's do it again. -7 times 6y. 4y times 6y. -1. So this is -1, that's -1. -1 times -7 and -1 times 4y, right? So here, -7 times 6 is -42y. I got 4 times 6 is a plus 24, and y times y is y squared. A -1 times a -7 is a plus 7, and a -1 times a -4y is a -4y. So now, we just write these in order. So we're going to put the y squared first. 24 y squared. Now, I have a -42y and a -4y. Right? Plus 7. Because I want to put these two together. So I have 24y squared minus 46y plus 7. That's my final answer. All right, going to stop right there, and we'll do these again. Look at these again in class.